YouTube, what's going on, baby? Here today we are going to make an awesome smoothie, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. So I just finished up at the gym, and this is a incredible snack, an incredible snack for y'all grammar freaks. But here's what we got going. Basically everything you're gonna need. You got bananas, almond milk, peanut butter, vanilla yogurt, chia seeds, protein powder, oats, and ice. And that is basically everything that you need. And a blender, of course. So get your fucking blender going. I got the Ninja with the big blades. And basically we're just gonna throw everything together and let's get it. All right, y'all, so the first step is the almond milk. You're gonna pour this bad boy into here, and you're just gonna want to get it up to the very bottom marker there. You don't want too much, but if you're just making a single serving, this is perfect. If you're making smoothies for two, get it up to the 16 line, but the 8 is perfect for a single dose. All right, next up is the oats. So I like to get a cup of oats, about a full cup here, and just add that up and into there. Maybe add a little bit more if you're feeling a little bit hungry, and that is perfect. That's what we got going so far. All right, next up, you're gonna wanna add your protein powder. I've been using this Orgain organic protein, which I think is plant-based, super fire. You can get it at Costco. I was having trouble with whey, just the way my body breaks it down. So this has been a little bit better. It says to use 2 scoops. I usually use about 1.5 scoops, just because, like I said, my body has a little bit of trouble breaking it all down, but I don't know why that is. You know, it's very tasty and it's very delicious, but my body's just like, ugh, whenever I put it in. So, yeah, about 1.5 scoops of this, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, whatever you're feeling. You know, if you want some more, you can get some more. I just did a pretty big workout, so we'll add a little bit more and put that away. All right, next on the list is the chia seeds. I was never too big into chia seeds, but my mom got me on them, and they're pretty freaking good. So we're just gonna add a tablespoon of those, and then we're gonna go back and grab a little bit more. So about 1.5 tablespoons of chia seeds. Delicious. Maybe even 2 tablespoons. You know, it just depends what your vibe is. Any more than 2 tablespoons, and you might have some issues. But other than that, delicious. All right, next on the list, we're gonna add some yogurt. So I just got some plain vanilla yogurt here, and we're just gonna grab 2 tablespoons of that. So boom, uno, and then I'm gonna get a nice big fat one here. That's a good one. Dos. And maybe, just for good measure, 1 more. It's really whatever you're feeling, you know. So this is what we got going so far. Pretty tasty. All right, next on the list is gonna be some creamy peanut butter. I got this unsweetened, unsalted from Whole Foods, which is super fire. Just really dank. So we're just gonna get a nice amount, and I say a healthy amount, a healthy serving, because peanut butter is just delicious, and that's where a lot of the flavor for this shake comes from. So we just want it all up in there. Boop. All right, that's one. We're gonna go back and get some more. Amazon's calling me. What? All right, so back to peanut butter here, and we're gonna grab a nicer amount. I think I only have 1 scoop in, so we're just gonna get this guy going into here. Yeah, come on, get off of there. You don't want it to hit the sides, otherwise it doesn't come off, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna do 1 more scoop of peanut butter just because it's so tasty. I could literally eat this shit raw. I'm not fucking around. And I do sometimes, bro. Like sometimes if I want a fucking sweet treat or something, I'll literally just go like this. And that is like, look at this. Highly underrated. Highly underrated. All right, so we got our peanut butter in there. Close this up. And then we move on to the banana. So I know I had these bananas sitting out here, and that was kind of deceiving because the bananas need to be frozen. So if you have bananas, just throw them in the freezer, throw them in a Ziploc, and then freeze them up. And then you get these little banana chunks, and they're perfect. So this is going to help the consistency of the smoothie a lot. Now I understand, oh shit, usually I have more banana, but today I only have a little banana. And that's because I ran out of bananas and I wanted to shake tomorrow, so I'm saving some bananas for tomorrow. Then you're gonna wanna grab your ice. So here's just a ice cube here. I don't know if I can get this out without, yeah, give me a second here. All right, here's our ice cube. Very nice, very nice. So we're just gonna stick that up in there as well. All right, perfect. Hopefully that's not shifting that around too much, and that's what we look like so far. And one thing I didn't mention at the start is we're gonna need some honey. So grab some honey and pop the lid on that sucker. And then we're just gonna get a nice little amount of honey in here, wait for it to drip down. Dripping, just dripping, bro. Super, super good. All right, get that up in there, perfect. Okay, not too much now because it is just sugar, right? But it is tasty sugar, it's bee sugar. It's for the love of bees, baby, for the love of bees. All right. Put that away. I actually just picked up this, and this stuff I'm super excited about. This is Malibu honey. Freaking cool, dude. Colors are off in here, man. I don't like this light. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about it? Anyways, Malibu honey, super fucking dank. I've been eating it like raw with a spoon. Stupid. Another one of those desserts, just like peanut butter. If you're craving something sweet and you don't want to eat like something that's necessarily bad for you, a little bit of honey goes a long way. So that's everything that goes in the smoothie, guys. We got ice, banana, peanut butter, chia seeds, protein powder, almond milk, and honey, if I didn't say that already. And we're gonna put this away, gotta fill him up again. Put the lid on here, boop, power, and then we blend it up. That ice cube really doesn't like being, you need to like finesse it. You can't just hit high and like expect it to go. You need to finesse it so the ice cube gets chopped up. There she goes. And that's that. If you're curious about how much banana you should usually add, usually try to add about a banana and a half. Today I'm adding about like 0.75 of a banana, just how it shook out, how the banana tree fell today. But got some more right here, but they're not ripe, so who knows? Gotta wait for those to be ripe. Maybe they'll be ripe in a day or two. Maybe they won't. I'm hoping they will. Maybe I'll hang them up so they get more ripe. You guys heard about that? Where like you hang up bananas, they feel like they're back on the tree. I think they think they're back on the tree again. Anyways, this is ready to go. It looks like there's still a little bit of protein powder. I love these blenders, but there's one thing I could say about it is I wish that they weren't so damn loud. It sounds like I'm freaking vacuuming an insane asylum up here. Anyhow, grab a cup. Boom. Then we're gonna rip this thing off. All right, so now we take this top off here. Breaking the top off. All right. Then we take this thing out. Look at that consistency just dripping off of there. Wonderful. Shake, shake, shake. Sometimes I like to lick the blade, if you know what I mean. Probably not the best idea, huh? Okay. Just put this down here. And then we pour it up. Pour it up. And you want to go quick on the pour so you get everything. Pour it up. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, big pours. And as you can see, we did a perfect amount. Usually I'm more on the money with it, like as far as the amount goes, right up to the brim. But today we keep the brim low, if you know what I'm saying. Yep, yep, yep. It's coming. It's coming. So it's a really thick smoothie, and sometimes you gotta wait a minute. Sometimes it helps if you tilt it back a little bit and like, oh, you're going back in the bottom, but no, you're coming out. You know? Get out of there. Get out of there. Alright. Well, I don't have all day to wait around for this, so. Oops. I'd eat out of this thing. For sure. It's one of those smoothies that's just so good that you literally, like, oh, you just want every last bit of it, dude. But then clean out your blender real quick. Makes it so much easier to do things later when you need to clean up everything. You just don't leave this shit sitting around in here. Wonderful. All right, y'all. And that is the Logan Smoothie. Bananas on deck. Smoothie on check. Let's give it a rating out of 10. First sip, you know. Strong 9.3. A strong 9.3. Not much that could make it better. Absolutely incredible. Anywho, I hope I gave you guys a new smoothie recipe. If you haven't tried this one, give it a go. It's easy, it's delicious. I literally make it every day, and it's fantastic. It fills you up for a couple hours. Got a lot of good stuff in it, and yeah, dude, it just keeps the mind moving fresh. You know, the mind craves good nutrients, and when you're able to throw so many different things into just something that's so consumable, like very, very consumable and quick and easy to drink, the mind loves it. And then for summertime when it's hot outside, ooh, a smoothie's perfect. Keeps you cool and keeps you chill. So shout out to all my chillers. I think I have about 84 chillers right now. If you want to be a chiller, hit that subscribe button and we can chill together. Hit that like button. Drop a comment. If you make a smoothie, tell me what you put in your smoothie. I'd love to know. I'm here to listen. I'm not saying that I'd make it because I'm not big on a lot of different types of fruit smoothies. I'm kind of, some people would say I'm very vanilla with my smoothies. Yeah, I am. I'm very plain with it. Doesn't mean I'm plain everywhere in life, just with the smoothies. Sometimes you throw all these berries and fucking fruits into your smoothie and then it's just a fucking sour spectacular. I don't got time for that shit. I like more of like a milkshake, you know? That's just me. So, let me know what you make. Let me know if you try it. Let me know if you love it. Alright, see you guys. Have a good one. You're still here. Alright, later guys.